From a young age, we learn that to be accepted socially, we have to change how we act in front of others. It's not acceptable to just say whatever is on our mind or to completely express ourselves all the time. So we develop masks that help to present us in the best light possible. Our words become heavily censored depending on who we're talking to, and our actions carefully chosen to help us fit in. And in many cases, this is rewarded. You'll avoid being judged, embarrassed, or being put in uncomfortable situations. But to really grow as a person and develop, you must be authentic. You can't just keep pretending to be something that you are not, and then wonder why you're not happy. Being true to yourself will lead to increased confidence, more fulfillment in life, and better development as a person. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should be authentic, why it's so difficult, and how you can overcome these difficulties. Being yourself means living your life on your own terms, without compromising on what's important to you. It means doing and saying the right things, even when other people believe differently, while still being able to be respectful and considerate of others. In short, it's being real, not fake. This doesn't mean that you have to reveal your whole self to everyone, because naturally we're going to feel more comfortable opening up to people who we are more deeply connected with. But it does mean that the parts that you do reveal should be genuine and not fake. For instance, if someone talks to you about something that you have no interest in, then you don't pretend to and you don't lie to them about it. Or if you're asked for your opinion on something and you're comfortable giving it, then you're honest, even if it will hurt someone's feelings. You're being genuine in all aspects, knowing that not everyone will like it. Again, you can still choose to be careful about when and with whom you choose to express yourself with, and you can always be polite. When you're a genuine person like this, your life simply becomes better. You no longer feel the toll that comes with constant little lies and hiding your true self, living only to please others. Your self-confidence goes up, and without the need to conform to expectations, you feel free to pursue whatever you want, giving you a greater sense of purpose. Another big plus is that all of your relationships become more meaningful, because people who choose to connect with you are connecting with who you really are, instead of a potential mask that you may be putting on. Similarly, since you are more secure in yourself, you have stronger boundaries and standards. And if someone crosses those, then you're better able to do what's best for yourself, whether that's cutting them off or just keeping distance. Now that it's clear what being yourself means and how it benefits your life, we need to consider why it's a lot easier said than done. As I've touched on, societal norms and standards can make it very difficult for us to be ourselves. And when we do try, we're often just mocked or judged, which of course is going to discourage many of us from trying again. This fear of rejection and judgment is a big reason why you may struggle to be yourself. Then there are those of us with emotional trauma, such as experiences of neglect, abuse, or abandonment, which now makes it harder to trust other people. Opening up and showing your true self may have brought you a lot of pain in the past, and so you don't want to go through that again. This is why victims of abuse tend to isolate themselves. And what if you have none of these, but you just don't know who you really are to start with? Perhaps because you've been so used to being fake and putting on masks for so long. Well, this would make being authentic seem impossible. If you're not even aware of your own thoughts, beliefs, and opinions to begin with, then it makes it far more likely for you to be who others want you to be, instead of who you really are. So in general, we can see that it's easier to be fake than it is to be real, in a society that values the former more. Most people just want to avoid any negativity or discomfort, and if that means suppressing their true selves, then so be it. Now the reality, of course, is that this will bring you long-term problems that you may not have considered. Not being able to be yourself will make you lonely, no matter how many people you're accepted by. You'll be drained emotionally and mentally, knowing that you're basing your whole personality on what you have been conditioned into thinking is acceptable. You'll feel like an imposter who is living only to please others. So yes, being fake is easier, but at the cost of your mental health. So it's clear that being yourself is the way to go in the long term. But how do you go about it? Well, if you don't know who you are right now, then the obvious place to start is to discover that for yourself. And bear in mind that who you are is constantly going to change as you grow, evolve and improve, so you don't need to know every single one of your likes, beliefs, opinions and goals to a T 24/7. But so long as you're not blatantly pretending to be something that you are not, then that's a good sign that you're being real. But if you truly have no idea who you are, because you've been wearing so many masks just to socialize, then there are practical steps that you can take. The best thing that happened to me was spending a lot more time alone, free of outside influences and people. This is a space where you can really find out who you are. Now don't just sit around all day numbing your mind with games and TV. You need to actually develop your self-awareness. For me, this meant journaling. I started to do that a lot, and it really helped me to visualize my own thoughts and beliefs so that I could challenge them and improve myself, as well as discover what I liked and disliked. This is one habit, like meditation, that makes you more mindful and makes you understand yourself better. Try learning about new things that you might vaguely be interested in at the moment, but you haven't given yourself the chance to explore previously. Do some exercise, go for a walk, go to the gym. Do whatever you can to help you understand yourself better and what makes you feel fulfilled. You can then truly be yourself, knowing that these things you have discovered for yourself on your own are not things that you are going to do to impress other people or to fit in. There is no mask when you're by yourself and you're trying new things and doing what you enjoy. And then we have to apply this to society and just our general relationships and interactions with other people, because of course that's a huge part of our lives. With this, you must first deal with the fear of rejection and being judged. This is probably the main obstacle that people have when it comes to being authentic. And for me, it started with accepting the truth that there are always going to be people who dislike you for your true self. But that's okay, because it's just life. If we spend too much energy focusing on what everyone else thinks of us, then we lose control of our own lives, of our own authentic selves. In reality, you have zero control over the opinions of others. So stop attaching your worth to people who don't even appreciate the real you. Now, of course, there should be some type of balance, because ultimately we are social creatures and we all want to be accepted and liked. But I had to learn that this was still possible without being fake. And at first it's scary, because you know that being yourself will push people away, but that's okay, because those people were not meant to be in your life anyway. Do you really want all of your relationships to be built on a fake premise of who you are and to be built on lies? It's far better to be rejected for who you really are than it is to be accepted for who you are not. You'll feel far better once you find the people who support you for your true self, even if you have to go through many challenges and difficulties to get there. Thank you for watching this video. Being real is hard in a society that values being fake, but it is also the only way to live a truly fulfilling life. Subscribe for more advice, and I'll see you in my next video.